Here we go.
Now, more Out of the Box with your host, Jonathan Clarke, on Q1043.
Welcome back to the show. This is Jonathan Clarke, and needless to say, a very interesting collection of musicians has just joined me live in the studio. Paul Green from the Paul Green School of Rock is here, along with some of his students, Zach and Zach.
Piano. Zach, up here. Come on, here.
And Zach, where are you from? There's no mic over there, but just tell us where you're from.
Montclair, New Jersey.
My hometown of Montclair. I grew up on Cooper Avenue in Upper Montclair. And the other Zach, Zach, what's the last name?
Page.
And where are you from?
Suffering.
Play that guitar.
Yeah, well, that'll give you an idea of what we're about to hear.
Okay.
Here on Q1043's Out of the Box, and of course, the legendary lead singer from Yes.
Still alive.
John Anderson.
Thank you very much, and a Merry Christmas to everybody. It's great to be here in New York, and it's raining outside, and here we are at Q1043.
Well, Paul, let me ask you something. For the few that don't know about the phenomenon of your School of Rock, based in Philadelphia, right?
Originally, yes.
Originally, yes. So clarify first for our audience what you do, number one.
In under 1 minute.
And then secondly, is there any connection whatsoever between your school and the one with Jack Black in the movie? Those two questions
We
really
teach
quick.
kids how to play music by actually playing music, hire real world-class musicians to teach them, play shows all over the country. We've grown from one school in Philadelphia to 31 coast to coast, including one here in Manhattan and 7 in Long Island and Bergen County and all over the place.
And then any connection with the movie whatsoever?
Jack
Was it?
Black told me he loves this school. I saw him last week. It's
Oh,
true.
yeah?
Yeah. Jack Black just loves the idea of Paul Green School. He loves it, and he said when he heard about it, that's why they made the movie.
Fantastic.
Isn't that wild?
That is fantastic. Well, the School of Rock, is it in addition to elementary school, like after school?
It's
like
an after school. It would be great if it was if you could get your diploma from there, but we haven't worked that out yet.
Now, and Paul, frequently the students do shows where it will be like this, doing the music of Yes, or like The Who or other bands, right?
Yes.
All right. And the unmistakable voice, of course, of John Anderson. Such a pleasure to have you on the show.
So wonderful to be here.
How did it come about that you hooked up with these School of Rock All-Stars?
Well, so easy. Yes was playing a concert in Philadelphia 5 years ago, and these young teenagers came in after the show. They actually saw the show with all these T-shirts on. They all had the same T-shirt, Paul Green's Rock School, and I said, can I have a T-shirt? And they all said, yeah, we'll get you one. I don't think I ever get one, but I met them all, and they were so blown away with Yes. I said, do you what kind of music do you play? Oh, we're playing Frank Zappa at the moment. Frank Zappa? You're playing Frank Zappa music?
Yes, nothing like a little simple song by Frank Zappa,
and I said,
right?
That's gorgeous. I love the idea. And about 6 months later, Paul got in touch with me because they were making this movie, this documentary.
Right.
What was it called? The documentary was called?
Rock School.
There you go, Rock School. And I went to the premiere, and Paul asked me would I sing with the band and that was there doing a promotion in L.A. And I said, yeah, I'd love to. And what song do you want to sing? They said, we want to do Heart of the Sunrise, which must be the hardest Yes song ever.
You guys are crazy.
I said, the guys are so crazy. How can they do that? And they did it about 150 miles an hour. But it was brilliant.
Probably like when you guys did it back in the day, right?
Exactly. Well, that's the whole point. When I came to work with Paul this February, when we did a short tour in February, the guys and girls in Philadelphia were so sort of into the music. It sort of blew my mind a little bit, you know, and it reminded me of when we started playing the music because it's so fresh and innocent, and that's the way they play.
And you guys were like 18 or 19 at the time, and
I wish,
yeah.
but, you know, I was 27, 25, 26, around that time.
Yeah.
And all the guys were pretty well honed as musicians, but these guys are like 10 years younger from us, and all the guys were never born when we made this music, so that makes it a celebration in many ways. So that's why I said I want to do it again and again and again.
So there are some instruments in the studio here. And,
I have just found out.
Yeah. You guys want to do like a Yes classic for us?
He's going to play the clap. Just a little bit. Go. Not too fast. Woo! Okay, you can play.
Hey, Zach, very nice job, man.
I'm
Very
exhausted
nice.
just watching you.
Well, very cool. It's happening live in the studio. John Anderson from Yes with the Paul Green School of Rock All-Stars here on Q1043's Out of the Box. Paul and John and you guys, how long did it take for the All-Stars? Well, you told the story that you just like walked in and they knew all the stuff already.
Yeah, they worked out. They rehearsed for about 3 days, and I came in, and they knew all the songs. They wanted to do Close to the Edge. I said, you're crazy. You can't do Close to the Edge.
That's like a half-an-hour song right there.
Yeah, they said, well, we've been rehearsing 3.5 days, and I think we're ready. And we actually rehearsed it yesterday, and it was terrible. It was absolutely so beautiful. My head started spinning, I gotta say, because Close to the Edge is such an enormous piece of music.
Oh, yeah.
And the amazing thing is, we've got about 20-odd people doing the tour.
Right.
So what happens is, the first bunch of people first play the first part, and then all of a sudden, halfway through, they all get up and walk away, and then another bunch of people come on and start playing the second part.
Yeah, because it's not like it is here with just two of them. You got like a whole thing going on stage. Yeah.
24, we?
26.
26. And Eric didn't come, did he?
No.
Well, John, tell me...
Eric, you gotta come. Paul loves you.
Tell me once again, John, the reaction that you get and what that makes you feel like when you're doing these songs.
Out-of-body experience.
Really?
I really do. It is kind of bizarre, but I'm singing, like yesterday we were doing long-distance runaround, and they were so note perfect. They were just like, it was so bizarre. And I was saying, of course, the band don't play like this. It was so note perfect.
Well, we won't say that they're better than Yes, but...
Oh, no, they're not better than Yes.
They come close.
They're not even in the same field as Yes. They're actually smaller.
Right.
And a lot younger.
How about the fans? Are they there with their mouths on the floor just like watching you guys?
I was so happy, and I was so surprised. No, well, not surprised in a way, but I was so happy. It's a gracious feeling when the fans come and watch the young teenagers play Yes music. It actually gives them a feeling like, well, we weren't wrong. Yes music is a very beautiful thing, and it survived all these different kinds of music over 30, 40 years nearly now. And people come to the show and, they're not sure what they're going to get, but believe me, it's a beautiful celebration of Yes music, and it's actually a celebration of all kinds of music, because the teens they play all different kinds of music in the set as well. They play some Doobie Brothers and some other stuff.
Steely Dan.
And what else?
Joni Mitchell.
Joni Mitchell. They did this Joni Mitchell song.
Oh, what
yesterday.
song?
All I Want with the Hammer Dulcimer.
Man.
From Blue. And I remember meeting Joni Mitchell 30 years ago, and I had to get drunk to go and say hello to her, and then I nearly fell on the floor.
Well, she's fantastic.
I didn't even speak to her. I just looked at her. I said, I melted in front of her, because she was such a beautiful and amazing, and Blue was one of my favorite albums.
Still, yeah.
So when I heard them doing it yesterday, it was perfect. It was so beautiful, and I think the audiences that are going to come are very fortunate, because a lot of people are maybe not going to come. They don't know about it.
Yeah.
But the people that do come, they're so fortunate, because this is the beginning of a very, very special time.
How about, and there's this theory that, the baby boomer generation, whatever, they grew up listening to bands like Yes. They had children, and while they're raising their children, they're playing bands like Yes in their house and in their cars.
They sort of brainwash them.
And we're always sort of like noticing here.
The little kids are sitting in the little, what do they call these cots? What's that music, Mummy? And they're turning up close to the edge really loud. Close to the edge, and all saying, close to the edge, round by the corner.
When did you first realize
2 years old, can you imagine?
These young kids are into classic rock bands like Yes?
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
Absolutely.
There's some great music that was written in the 70s, and it's still around. It's like music is perennial. It lasts forever in so many ways. I'm still listening to Mozart and Frank Sinatra and all sorts of music, and there is so much music out there to hear, and I think that's a great thing,
Well, let me mention the upcoming gigs this week in our area.
Was that okay, Paul? Oh, sure.
John Anderson with the Paul Green School of Rock.
I don't want to put my foot in it.
Oh, no problem. Well, the gig's coming up this week. This coming Saturday night, Starland Ballroom in Sayreville.
Yeah.
And 1 week from tonight, right here in Manhattan at a great venue called